welcome to Coffee Convo Wednesday. Woo! This is Coffee Convo Wednesday for Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, episode 239. I'm your host, Cindy Simmons. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here, yay! Thank you for being here. If it is not your first time, yay! Thank you for coming back. This is a show where we're going to talk about 3 things, and then I'm going to give you something super cute at the very end of the show. It is a Disney Parks giveaway. Hint, hint, hint. Hey, Brandy. So thank you for being here. If you would, please comment below. Let me know what you're drinking right now. My new mug says, getting through the holidays 1 cup at a time. Can we discuss how big, how big this coffee mug is? Oh my goodness, it's like the size of my head. The size of the ball on my Santa hat. Thank you for being here. Give me a cheers. And if you would like, share this post, that would be amazing. If you are watching on Facebook, yay, yeah, share it, like it, whatever. If you're watching on Instagram, click like right now. That would be great too. If you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe. That would be great too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, share what you're drinking below. Give me a cheers. We will get started. It is a ginormous mug. No, I don't have it completely filled with coffee. I have it maybe 1/3 of the way filled with coffee because it is a big, ginormous coffee mug. Ah! All right. Welcome to the show. So like I said, we'll be here for about 15-20 minutes. We're going to talk about 3 topics, a little bit about me before we get started in case this is your first time. Like I said, my name is Cindy. We've been doing this show for like 5 years now. It's crazy how long we've been doing it since I lived in Atlanta. I am originally from Los Angeles, California. I grew up about 30 minutes away from Disneyland, and now we are less than 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World. We had stops, let's see, where did I go? I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina for like a millisecond, bad boy decision. Then I lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and Atlanta, and now we have been here in Orlando, Florida, more specifically Winter Garden, for over 3 years now. My background is radio. I used to work at Kiss FM, Ryan Seacrest station in Los Angeles, and then I worked at a radio station in Atlanta for a very long time, and then had a short stint here at a radio station in Orlando, Florida, until I was fired for standing up to a bully on behalf of injustice. So there's that. But thankfully, I have been doing this show for so long. It's what brings me so much joy. And it's just a way for us to kind of get together, in the middle of the week, depending on when you're watching this, in the morning, in the afternoon, night, have a cup of whatever you're drinking and just kind of talk about some stuff. Sometimes we get a little deep, but most of the time, not so much. So yeah, just kind of a way to hang out and get together, and we're getting closer to the holidays, so I thought I would sprinkle a little, holiday magic on the show, on the set, aka my kitchen, which is where we have always done the show, from my kitchen. We're a family of 5. It's me, my husband Eric, who owns an awesome company called mysmartshirt.com. Basically, he puts logos on stuff, so if you ever need promotional products for anything, he's your guy. We have 2 daughters, 15 and 8, and then my mama Jane, who is a 4-time cancer survivor, rock star. She lives with us as well. So besides doing this show, I am the brand manager for this super cute boutique here called Shushu Baby Boutique. It's a women's boutique. Everything you see me wearing each and every week for over a year now, wow, well over a year, is from Shushu Baby Boutique. You can shop on our Facebook page or on Instagram at Shushu Baby Boutique. In fact, I would love if you would follow us on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 2,000 followers, and I'm going to give away one of these initial necklaces. So if you follow and you're one of these last followers that get us to 2,000, I'm going to put, we were like 200 and something away. So I'm going to put all of those followers into, like a little bucket, I guess, if you will, and pick one winner, and someone's going to win an initial necklace because I am obsessed with that TV show whose name I probably shouldn't say, the S Creek So if you binged that on Netflix, then you know. Yes, Billy Jane Boatman, who is watching right now, she was just at Shoo Shoo Baby, and I missed her, which was so exciting. And I found out she was there, so yay. Yeah, so if you're ever in Winter Garden, Florida, come by Shoo Shoo Baby Boutique, or there's also a location in Bloomington, Illinois, if that's where you live. So also, I'm on the Party City Joy Squad. I do a couple of projects every month. In fact, we just did ugly Christmas sweaters, which is so crazy because it's showing up in all of Party City's advertisements, like on Facebook and Instagram. So I keep getting messages from people going, is that your family? And I'm like, it is, which is so it's so wonderful and silly at the same time. I love it. It's great. So thanks, Party City. And if you go to partycity.com, you can see the projects that my family and I have been working on. So before we get started, I do want to say congratulations to Nicole from South Carolina. If you watched last week's show, we gave away a Purdue Farms chicken bundle for one person, but then that one person gets to gift a bundle to someone else. Goodness gracious, I love Purdue Farms. I am a Purdue Farms ambassador, so once a month here on the show, you will get to win something from Purdue Farms, which is super exciting. So yeah, congrats to Nicole from South Carolina. We will get that to you and whoever you select soon. So yay. All right, so let's take a big sip, and then I got some stuff I need to talk to you about. Biggest coffee mug ever. Well, not ever. The biggest coffee mug ever is in the closet here, which is our cabinet, which is where I keep, yes, it is Nicole who's watching, it's you, where I keep all of my mugs. I think I might right for like, there's so many. So that's like, so many mugs. All right, topic number one. I do want to preface this story by saying I am 99.99999% no children watch this show, but just in case, I'm giving you the heads up that if your little ones are around right now for some reason, this is the part where you would not want them to be a part of this, just this one topic. I mean, you know, we talk about things all the time in here, and they're always appropriate for kids, even though this isn't a kid's show. But I want to talk about something that could be delicate if you have small children around you. So I'm just giving you that warning in 3, 2, 1. Okay. I gotta talk to you about this elf thing. You know, the elf on the shelf. And I need to know if you have children who are of that age for that thing, how do you feel about it? Can you comment below and let me know? Because I can't stand it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. And yeah, I said it. Meaning, I always say this, when I'm giving an opinion, it's for how I feel about, for me. You have to do you, and I have to do me. And that thing, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's nothing against the people who created it. I actually got to interview the people who created it many years ago, and they're lovely people, and it is a wonderful idea. And maybe for me, I'm not that talented. I'm not that Pinteresty, and I want to be, it's like how I want to be a runner person when I see my sweet runner neighbors in the neighborhood. And granted, I have done a half marathon, so I feel like I've checked that box, but I'm still not like, oh, I want to go running. I just never got that runner's high. It's kind of like this. Like, I don't begrudge anyone else doing it. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm just not a Pinterest person. We do our family Christmas cards, and that's it for me. Once a year, that's it. Like, I don't have it in me. I'm just not that good, and I'm not that talented. And I so appreciate if you are, because yes, I would love to be like you, but I'm just not. And so that elf thing, not a fan. Thankfully, there is another human being in our house who is helping with that situation, aka I'm not having anything to do with it. She's doing it all. So I have to give a big shout out to my teenager, because she was like, oh yeah, I got this, Mom. I got this year. I got it. And I was like, yes, you do. It's all you, boo, all you, because I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm over it. So let me back up a minute. So when the teenager was little bitty, we got an angel. We call her Gracie, and I thought this was the greatest thing ever. And I don't even remember where we got it, but it comes with a box, and a book in the box, and it's great, or in whatever the angel's name is, we call her Gracie, but the angel comes from heaven, and she comes down, or he, and she or he just sits there and just watches what's going on. She doesn't do anything. No, she doesn't do anything. She just sits and watches, and then she reports back to Santa on her way back to heaven every night to let them know, hey God, hey Santa, I'm going to let you know what's happening down here. So I liked that. Somewhere along the way, from someone, we were gifted the elf on the shelf, in the box, whatever it's called. And I just thought, oh, that'll just be a fun little elf she can play with all year round. No. She wanted the elf to go with Gracie, the angel, back up to heaven, or stopping by Santa first and then going to heaven. And so now every year they come together. And I still kind of just let them just hang out together until my teenager was like, hey, look, you need to step it up because you didn't do this with me. So I am going to step it up and I'm going to do it. And I said, have at it. And I said, I think you're okay. I think you've made it through your childhood unscathed because your mom stunk at creativity and didn't do zip lining across the kitchen or whatever. But man, when I see all of you, if you do it, posting on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, I love it. It is great, but I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from watching. But I think it's great when you do it. I don't know what it is. I don't have it in me. I can't get it together. Y'all, I don't know. So I wanted to know if you do it. Like, are you a big fan? Or if you don't do it, is it because you're like, no, not in on doing it, not a big fan? And please feel free to message me an idea because I am just going to forward them to the teenager in the house. And that's what I've been doing. Whenever I see something on TikTok or Instagram, I'm like, screenshot, and I text it to my daughter. I'm like, here you go, knock yourself out. But she did. It's so funny. The teenager did come to me, I think it was last night, because you can't see them, but they're kind of just sitting over there in the flour and sugar bins that are empty. She goes, yeah, Mom, it's exhausting. It's exhausting being that creative. So, so she was like, they're just going to sit tonight. I said, yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need them to, do a snow angel in the flower or dance on the roof. You can take a break from that. So I think she saw like how difficult it can be. So yeah, if you do this, go ahead. Send me all the ideas. Send me your creative ideas. I'm going to send them to her because I do. Like I said, I'm so torn. I love when you do it. I don't love when I do it. I love watching what you do, and I'm in awe, like legit, straight up awe when I see it. But me, I'm just womp, womp, womp. I always say, I'm like a Pinterest fail. All right, let's move on to topic 2 because I do have something I want to talk to you about. And I'm just going to be fully transparent and as uncomfortable as it is. I know that I am not the only one in this situation. So, I'm going to give you the short version because if not, we will be here all day, and I'm sure we all have better things to do than to listen to me. Ooh. But earlier at the beginning of the year, as I sort of alluded to at the beginning of the show, I was working somewhere, and there was a lot of injustice going on at the place that I was employed, and I stood up to the bully because there was, or is still, injustice happening, and I got fired, and that kind of stunk. And it happened right before COVID, and so that took away our family's income and our family's medical insurance. Then COVID hit, and my husband, who has the promotional products company, he lost 95% of his business. So to say that financially this year has been super difficult is an understatement. I share this with you not to go, oh, I share this with you because I know that we're not the only family that's going through this. And it's very easy to come here or go to anyone's Instagram page or TikTok and go, wow, but they look like they're so happy and everything is okay. Well, of course, because always sharing about how it's financially stinking right now isn't like, no one wants to hear all of that all the time. But also too, in my faith, I am just of the mindset that I want to find joy even in the sorrow. So even as much as this year has been a big fat dumpster fire, as I think everyone has been calling it, I still want to find the joy. I want to find the joy and the happiness. And some other things have been going on, which I'm not quite ready, because I don't think you need a full-on sob fest. But during all of this, we made the decision to pull our daughters out of the private Christian school that they were going to. And for me, that was like a knife to the heart. And we did it for two reasons. And I did talk about this a tiny little bit earlier this year, maybe over the summer. But it was for two reasons. I am a cancer survivor. My mom is a 4-time cancer survivor. And it was a very scary time. It still is a very scary time. And then coupled with that is we financially cannot afford to send them to their school where they've been going for 3 years. And so that for me was something like I had to really process and just like almost grieve like the loss of them going to this school because I really loved it. And it felt very isolating. I felt very alone. Like I really thought we're like, woo, we're in, we're, you know, this school is our family, and it felt very isolating when we had to tell them that we weren't able to do it. And you know, we're trying to figure it out to see if maybe we can figure it out for next year. Right now, that doesn't seem like an option, but we are a faithful family. All of that to say is we made the decision to do online school, and that was not a decision we made lightly. We talked about this many times. You have to make the decision that's best for your family. There were many families who wanted to do face-to-face, which I think is great. We wanted to, but we just had so many different issues going on. The financial situation and then the cancer situation. So both my daughters have been home doing the virtual school thing. And it has not been, I don't want to say not ideal because there are so many people who are thriving. And I say that, not to imply that mine aren't. My second grader just finished school with straight A's, and I'm so super proud of her. So yes, I have to take a moment to brag because I'm very happy about that. And my teenager is about to make honor roll too for all A's and B's. So both of them, like honor roll, great grades. But I think for our family, it has been more about just the good grades. I don't want it to be about that. Not being around their friends has been really difficult. Sitting in front of a computer for a long portion of the day, especially the teenager, she is on all day long. The second grader and I aren't on as long. And my second grader has really, we've just finished the first semester. She's really been getting the hang of it, but there have been a lot of tears. And my 8-year-old is not one of those super emotional girls. Like when she gets herself hurt, she's like, ow, and then she moves on. She never was a kid who pitched the fits and cried. Please don't read anything into that as if I'm suggesting my daughter is perfect, because I'm not perfect and neither is anyone in our family. I just mean her personality is not one to about things. We have had more tears in the last year than we have ever, probably in her collective 8 years of being a little kid. So we finally were able to get in, thankfully, to a charter school, a local charter school. And it was very hard for me because I felt like I was failing a little bit because I wasn't doing really good at the homeschool mom thing. And I tried, but one of my sweet friends, Ashley, who lives in Atlanta, who used to be a teacher, and if you're a teacher and you're watching, maybe you would agree with this as well. She said to me that the reason that my little one is probably struggling and so emotional and just like, I mean, it was meltdown after meltdown on both sides, like her and me. She said it's because I am the closest to her and she probably feels the most vulnerable in front of me. Because she's never had meltdowns in front of any of her teachers the last 4 years she's been in school. And so I couldn't figure out, like, what's happening? But she said it may be because she feels so vulnerable in front of me that she can be 100% her little authentic, 8-year-old self. Where if you were struggling with something, like she struggles a little bit in math, even though her grades are great, she's just really having a hard time with math. I think in front of a teacher and in front of her friends, she acts differently because she probably has to force herself to be braver and figure it out. So we are going to put her back in this new school, in the charter school. So she'll start in January. But like I said, I just wanted to be fully transparent with you. I am having like all the emotions about it. I really wish that we could send both of them back to their old school, and we just can't. We cannot financially do it right now. And that just sucks. That sucks. I mean, I feel a little bit like a hashtag mom fail, because I can't do it. It is very hard for me. I am trying to, I have a business. This is a business. This show is a business, and all of my social media and my brand is how I make a living. When I tell you guys, oh, go like Shoo Shoo Baby Boutique, or please click this link for Purdue Farms or Party City, that is how I make a living. And so it is hard for me to do both. So I feel for parents who are working from home and trying to homeschool. It is tough. It is super tough. So I'm toggling back and forth between the hashtag mom fail and the hashtag mom win, because I really do believe she is going to thrive so much better being in second grade with little people her age. And even though, they have to do the mask thing and the temperature and all of that, and there's so many rules and protocols, which I am, fully on board with and respect, because I want to keep my kids safe. And she wants to be around her grandma. And we're still doing social distancing with my mom. We're still wearing masks if she comes over to the house and all of that. So it's like a fail and a win. It just feels like there's so many emotions at the same time. So I share that with you, not to go, poor Cindy. It's because I just want to always be honest with you. And I feel like if I am having these same emotions, I cannot be alone. Like, I feel like you have to, if you are in a similar financial situation or you're in a similar school and work situation, I feel like it's like, I keep thinking High School Musical, we're all in this together. So I just wanted to be honest with you and tell you where I've just been like, woo, all the feels, all the emotions. And I know it's going to be so much better for her. I think my little heart hurts a little bit because I feel like I wish I could have been that for her, but I just don't feel like I am a good teacher for her. That's just me keeping it real. I just feel like, man, teachers should make millions of dollars. I say this to her first grade teacher all the time when we're texting or messaging, like, oh my goodness, Mrs. Newell, I don't know how you do it. Like, teachers should make like Tom Cruise money, for real. Like, I feel that in my soul, in the depths of my soul. So thank you. I guess I want to say thank you to all of the teachers, whether you're a virtual school teacher, homeschool teacher, in-person teacher. If you just have teacher in your title, man, thank you, because it is hard. It is hard. Okay, and then I wanted to end on kind of a silly note. So something happened when I was sleeping last night. I have shared on the show before that apparently my husband has brought to my attention that sometimes in the middle of the sleep situation, he calls me the Scooby-Doo ghost, because he says all of a sudden he will hear me go, oh, 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 and yeah. And he just thinks it's the funniest thing. And he'll have to wake me up, and obviously I'm having some dream. And it's funny because I remember so many of my dreams. Does anyone else remember their dreams? I remember so many crazy details. Like I had a dream about my uncle last week. I went and told my mom. I was like, Mom, I was having this dream about Uncle Mo, who I have not seen my Uncle Mo in, I don't know, 20 years probably. It was so vivid too. So last night, actually it was this morning because my husband left really early to go to the gym. I was having this terrifying dream where someone was trying to kidnap me or something, and then they were going to take my daughters. And you know, what's the saying? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I also can say, hell hath no fury like a mama bear scorned. And my teenage daughter always calls me a mama bear. You're such a mama bear. And she's right, because I'm so protective and loyal to my family and my little teeny tiny circle of friends. Well, in this dream last night, I could feel like this bad guy, whoever the bad guy was probably 2020, paralyzed my whole body. So in the dream, I was like, no. And I was sitting in a chair and my whole body was paralyzed and I couldn't move it. And I was like, no, Lily and Luna, no. And in my dream, I could hear myself. I could hear myself screaming and being like, oh. So all of a sudden, and I'm going to give you the full volume that I remember it to be this morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning. This was me. No. Because when I said no, I was able to rise up in my dream. So it was me sitting stuck in this chair, like paralyzed, like he had medicated my body or something, like put something in me so I couldn't move. So I was like, no. Like I was going to break free from whatever medical hole. And so I said, no. I'm glad I wasn't actually hurt because neither of my daughters woke up. And I know for a fact it was loud because it woke me up. It was loud enough that I got up. Gosh, what the heck? Neither one of them woke up. And my husband, like I said, he was already gone. I don't know what it was. I don't know who this evil person was. Like I said, it was probably 2020 or my old boss. But it was not good. And I was super scared. Like I woke up and I was not able to go back to sleep. Has that ever happened to you? Do you wake yourself up and, like jump up like that? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I was scared. I was super scared. And then I was happy that it was just a bad nightmare. And that was it. And then I can move. I can... I think that's what stress does to you. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I need to know if anyone has ever had a crazy bad dream like this. All right, that's it for Coffee Convo Wednesday. Thank you for being here today. Before we get out of here, as I say every week, I love to give you something super fun. So we recently went to Walt Disney World to celebrate our anniversary. I told you about it last week. And I saw this in the confectionery on Main Street at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And it's an apron, in case you can't see right there, a little apron. Yes, okay. And I just thought this was so stinking cute. It retails for $29.99. It says Baking Spirits Bright. And I just thought this was so perfect for the holiday season, for this year, next year, every year for the years to come. So I bought it and I brought it back for you. And I also got one more thing, but I'm not showing you until next week. That's a little tease, especially if you like Disney. It's very cute and you will want to come back next week because I figured we just really have 2 more Wednesdays, today and a week from today before Christmas. That's crazy. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. If this is your first time or not your first time, this is how we do giveaways. Whether you are watching on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you comment hashtag Disney Parks. hashtag Disney Parks, and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. And then here's how we do. If you're watching on Facebook, you can go over to Instagram. I am Cindy Simmons is where I am on Instagram, and YouTube. I will put links. If you go to cindysimmons.com, you can link over there. But you can get 2 more bonus entries for a total of 3 entries. If you're watching on Instagram, you can go to Facebook, you can go to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go to Instagram, you can go to Facebook. I think you get the idea. Hashtag Disney Parks and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. And then you will have 3 opportunities to win. I always announce the winner on the following week's show and also in the comments here. So if you just want to find out if you won, then you just go to wherever you're watching this and it will be in the comments in case you can't watch the following week's show. And one of you will get this. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to click subscribe. If you're on Instagram, hopefully you're already following me because you're here. If you are on Facebook, thank you for liking my page. And as always, please share this with anyone. If you're watching on Instagram, save this post right now. Like I said, on YouTube, click subscribe, and Facebook, thank you for liking and following me here on Facebook. I just think this apron is so cute. It's a $30 apron and it is adorable. So good luck. Thank you for being here on Coffee Convo Wednesday. I cannot wait to see you next week, December 23rd, just a couple days before Christmas. So I might have to get really Christmassy. In fact, I already know what I'm wearing. I have a Super Mac Daddy Christmas hat that I cannot wait. It's so obnoxious. I cannot wait to share it with you. So thank you for being here. Follow me on all the socials by going to cindysimmons.com. And if you would, please go follow at Shoo Baby Boutique on Instagram. That would be great. And like I said, you have a chance to win one of these initial necklaces. If you do that, I'm going to do a drawing when we get to 2,000 followers. Like them on Facebook as well. Thank you for that. Spread joy and kindness like Nutella. Follow me on TikTok too. I'm on TikTok all the time with my family. So if you haven't checked us out there, it's at I am Cindy Simmons. Spread joy and kindness like Nutella. I can't wait to see you next week right before Christmas. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye.